Second Ezra 16:17-18. Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahushai, Barakati Yahweh, Barakati Yahushai, Barakati Yahweh, Barakata Yahweh Shai. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakak Wadash. Double honors, apostles, and elders of great millstone. Peace and salutation to you, beloved Akim, that is pushing this word in sincerity and truth with humiliation all across the four winds. To you, I salute. This is the brother Desire One back at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Alright, like the scriptures say, the beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars. Alright, and me seeing that right now, what's happening over there, with all that conflict, things heating up in the Middle East. Things is getting worse and worse and worse. All right, and our people, now is not the good time to be partying and having fun, especially over there in the Middle East. Because our people don't really know what's going on. These times coming, and all right, it's gonna come like a snare upon the whole world. These people are gonna get taken by. You see, they're gonna get taken. We in some serious time. We living in the greatest times ever and the worst times. All right. Why I say the greatest times ever? Let me show you why I say that. Let me get this precept right. This is a rock. I think it's 25. So rock 25 may start at verse 1. It says, in three things I was beautified and stood up beautiful before Yahweh and men. Right? The unity of brethren, the love of neighbors, and a man and a wife that agree together. Right? Let me jump down to verse 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter my tongue. A man that had joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. Alright? That's why it's the greatest times ever. Alright? And the worst, because we're going to see the downfall of our enemies. Babylon, aka America. Alright? Alright, we're going to see the downfall, Lord willing. Okay? And, hey, we in some beautiful times. Alright? Like I say, our people, we got some of our people stuck over there in Dubai. And the people only go over there, a lot of people go over there, over to Dubai to have fun, have a good time. Now it's not a good time to be having fun. This how our people is going to get taken. This article from the Tribune, it says Bahamian stuck in Dubai as PM warns of economic impact from Iran conflict. Because what's going to come from this? Inflation? All right. Or if the oil prices with the Strait of Hormuz, shut down, what do you think oil prices is going to increase? The gas tied to the food. So, we're going to see inflation. You see? Okay. These are beginning of sorrows. It says explosion echoed across Dubai on Saturday as intercepted missiles lit up the night sky, sending some Bahamians scrambling back to their hotels while waiting for a way home after the United States and Israel waged war on Iran. The country's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei was killed in coordinated strikes, triggering missile and drone retaliation across the region. Much of the Middle Eastern airspace has since closed, disrupting travel and stranding thousands, including Bahamians. Prime Minister Philip Brave Davis has said the government is closely monitoring developments and expressed concern for staff at the Bahamas Embassy in Abu Dhabi. Given its proximity to the Israeli embassy, he warned that the conflict could have economic consequences at home. All right, so hard times coming, As I always said, the stubborn elephant in the room, the cost of living. You see that? And we have little control of cost. So with the unrest in the Middle East, we expect it's projected that oil prices might rise. Mr. Davis told reporters on Saturday. You see that? Oil prices might rise. All right. So the food prices going up too. You see? Food prices going up. All right. So times are going to get harder. Times are going to get harder. All right. It's not going to get better. All right. This ain't no time for no peace. Being no partying and having a good time. You see what time we in? We in the time of war. All right. We in the time of war. All right. Let's get Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter, right? To everything there's a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. Let me jump on down to verse 8. A time to love, a time to hate, a time of war. Then what's going to come after that, the war, the balance, a time of peace. That's only going to come when the King of Peace returns, Yahushai. All right. Reclaim his kingdom. Okay. Ain't no peace coming right now. All right. These are the beginning of sorrows. All right. These times getting harsher and harsher. It says, if that does, then all we can do is try to minimize the impact on our citizens by looking how we could either relieve it through the taxes that is now imposed on importation of fuels, or given relief, Salak, in some other form or fashion. All right. Hey, at the end of the day, hey, these are times we're coming up on this earth. It is not going to get easier. It's going to get harder. It's going to get harder. Okay, inflation is going to come through. All right, it's going to affect a lot of people in this country. All right, so our people need to wake the hell up to see what's going on. It says in Dubai, air operations were suspended as missiles and drones targeted Israel and U.S. military assets in the region. The United Arab Emirates said it intercepted hundreds of projectiles since the start of the Iranian attack, with the death toll rapidly rising. The attack led to retaliatory strikes on multiple countries in the region and increasing tension in the Middle East to reverberating around the world. One Bahamian traveler, who asked not to be named, said she had been celebrating a birthday with friends when the situation shifted abruptly. Tours were canceled. Authorities advised them to return to their hotel and remain indoors. You see that? Celebrating birthday. You see? And hey, this is gonna come. These times are gonna come like a snare when these people having fun. All right, having fun. She's celebrating damn birthday, probably twerking it up and doing all kind of wicked shit. This is get us in the NLT. This is Luke 21. And 34. Watch out. Don't let your hearts be dulled by carousing, carousing, and drunkenness, and by the worries of life. Don't let that day catch you unaware. It's going to catch a lot of our people because they ain't prepared. Like a trap. You see? For that day will come upon everyone living on the earth. Keep alert at all times and pray that you might be strong enough to escape these coming horrors. Horrors of the bad times, and stand before the Son of Man. All right? They're going to trap these people because all they're doing is partying and having fun. All right? What the scripture say in Romans the 13th chapter, verse 13? Let's get it. All right? We read verse 11. This is Romans 13:11. This is all the more urgent for you know how late it is. Time is running out. And we see time is running out. Look at the prophecies. All right, we right now. The MOBTB system is now. This situation right here, they're set for the collapse of the society soon. Then you get terrorists, you know, you had the shooting in Texas, you know, then you see the sleeper cells and all this shit, it's being set up. All right, so we're gonna see maybe some draconian measures and measurements and all kind of these things happening. You know, all these things is happening on this earth, and our people don't know what's good. They're oblivious to what's going on. You see, the scripture say time is running out. This is dying now to seek the Lord while he may be found. You see the guys in party and they're going over there to buy the party. It says time is running out. Wake up, for our salvation is nearer now than when we first believed. Our salvation is more there than when we first believed, boy. The night is almost gone. The day of salvation will soon be here. So remove your dark deeds like dirty clothes and put on the shining armor of right living. This only for the hopeful elect. This ain't for everybody else. Because everybody else can be lost and indulge in the cares of this life. Alright? Because we belong to the day we must live decent lives for all to see. Don't participate in darkness of wild parties and drunkenness or sexual promiscuity and immoral living or in quarreling and jealousy. But what? Instead, clothe yourself with presence of the Lord Yahushua Mashiach, and don't let yourself think about ways to indulge your evil desires. Just the kind of mind frame we're supposed to be in. As these people, they want to party, they're going to get caught. They're going to get caught lacking, a lot of these people. You see? It says, she said the gravity of the moment only became clear when she heard the blast. As we were walking up, we literally heard 2 bombs go up in the sky, and she said, listen, that was definitely not the culture shock I was looking for. But yeah, we were hurried back to the hotel. We've been in here ever since. She said she was not afraid but anxious to return home. You think you only accustomed to hearing that? Yeah, you damn afraid. If the man could be afraid, judge the woman. I am not really scared, she added. The only thing I'm anticipating is when I can go home. The Nas Cunningham, a Bahamian living in Dubai, co-owner of All Things Arabian, said, life has not been dramatically disrupted, though explosions were audible every 30 minutes to an hour. It's just a matter of just staying inside and making sure no debris fall anywhere around you to get injured, she said. We've been hearing a lot of loud noises, like a bunch of boom, boom, like all around the city, but it's just like the UAE intercepting the missiles. Nothing has been drastically hit and no bunch of casualties. Her husband, a Bahamian pilot based in Dubai, was stranded in Tanzania when airspace closures preventing his return from a 24-hour layover. You see? So, hey, pretty much, you don't get caught over there locking. You won't get caught over there. All these things is happening. All right? This is a joke to what's coming. This is a joke to what's coming. Okay? These are the beginning of sorrows, and this is the birth pains. All right? But let me get that Matthew 24. And before I get out of here, Matthew 24 and 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. All right, see that ye be no trouble, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. We can hear about these things. All right, but the end is not yet. Wars and rumors of wars. This is a stage we're in. For nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. There shall be famines and pestilences and earthquake in diverse places. Because when you see those nukes drop, that's something. Nuclear bombs, that's it. Yeah, I come in. Okay. Nuclear bombs, that's it. All right. It says, Salaki, for nations shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows, the birth pains. It says, Matthew 24:8, all these are beginning of birth pains or sorrows, means that global catastrophes, wars, famines, earthquakes, and deception. Yeah, I come in. Preceding the end times are merely the initial intensifying and necessary signs of labor leading to the new recreation, Mashiach's return. It asks us a call to vigilance. You need to be in your garden watching. Don't be like these people. Signifying initial tribulation, used to describe the preliminary increasing calamities before the great tribulation. Context of prophecy, part of Yahushai Olivet, Olivet discourse on the Mount of Olives, respond to questions about the end of age, Idumean's reign. Preparation for Christians, it is used to teach believers not to be alarmed by the world crisis, but to realize these are the signs of the approaching end. Metaphor for intensity, birth pains implies that troubles will increase in frequency and severity, just like labor. Hope amid suffering, similar to labor, the pain is not pointless. It leads to a new desired outcome, the return of Mashiach. All right, so we should be excited and glad of these times. All right, our people don't know what's coming. The Lord is turning back our captivity before our eyes. All right, we want to get a hell out of this bitch. Okay, but these things have to happen. These things are necessary, must happen. All right, okay, this place got to get turned upside down in order for Yahweh's kingdom to be established on earth. You know, ruling in righteousness. All right, okay, we got a lot to look forward to. Hell with this place, but get our minds to this place. Like the Apostle Allah said, we got to be in this time to be in overdrive right now. To Wadiyah Bashim Yahushai, Kala Lalim Ya Allah Hayna Yah Bashim Shai Bashim Rakakadash. Yeah man, Shalom.